Well, good morning, Leeds United fans. I hope you've got your Sunday coffee. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you've got your Sunday best on. Leeds United are victors this weekend. A midfield masterclass of which we're going to be speaking about today. We're going to be speaking about that combination and how we're able to keep that sort of tenacity, how we're able to spread that depth across the midfield pairing, and how good it was to see those two dominate Sheffield United in Ollie Arblaster, in Callum O'Hare, who I think is still stuck in Leeds City Centre. I still think people are looking for him. I don't know where he was the other night. Gus Harmer, don't know where he was either. And of course, Vinny Souza, I will say, played a little bit better than the rest, but the whole point of this, everybody, is our depth, our midfield pairing, our substitute midfield pairing in Joe Rothwell and Al Tanaka have started coming to the fore, have started looking brilliant, but Leeds naturally are looking in the market for someone who can replicate maybe those attributes, add something to the side, a little bit of leadership, a little bit of experience as well, to come on to see games out with 10-15 to go, maybe get involved in cup competitions as well. And Leeds look to have analysed that and brought somebody very close. This individual was at Leeds on Friday night watching the Sheffield United game. He was there, pictured with fans as well, and we're going to be speaking about him in this video. And I'm going to be giving you seven reasons as to why this guy is a really good pickup for Leeds United. So guys, as well, we are sponsored by IPM Group UK, as you guys all know, a Leeds-based company who offer surveillance and CCTV monitoring and all the rest of it, all the gizmos and the gadgets. Link in the description below. These guys are absolutely fantastic. Rick and the gang have season tickets at Ellen Road as well. They are loyal Leeds United fans. Keep it within the community, everybody. There are tickets also available from Football Prizes. Get involved for as little as £3.95 and you can be within the remit, guys, of getting hospitality tickets, signed t-shirts. There's about 19 prizes, I think. Link in the description below. Get involved. Football Prizes within the Leeds United community as well. So, very early on this week, Daniel Farke was saying it's most important not to speak about names, but the profile is important. We're thin on the holding midfield option. Ethan was our first choice. The backup would be Elia. We're also a bit thin on the centre-back position. Interesting, by the way, there, how he's mentioned sort of Elia being the backup to Ethan there. Very interesting from Farke. This was prior to the Sheffield United game. Max Verber is out and not really available since he came back in the summer. Although he's got a bit ahead of schedule, we have to keep in mind Pascal had an injury record on his CV. Joe Rodon on 4 yellow cards as well, so both always a little bit precarious, especially in this current situation right now. In an ideal situation, we bring a deep line midfielder who could also cope with the centre-back position, but he needs to accept a role where he would come in as a backup solution to bring his experience and teach and educate our young players. He should come in with the attitude to improve them. If a young player is struggling with the pressure, playing for a club like Leeds United, to not crack, we need a player who has experience and mentality. That is what we're searching for. So, Cheikhou Kouyaté, Francis Coquelin, all of these names that were going around. I thought Cheikhou Kouyaté would have been a really, really nice signing for Leeds United. But I scoured the market about 3 days ago, and I was having a quick look at Bundesliga, Liga 1, but in particular Bundesliga free agents of which Leeds United could target. And I hedged my bets on Guilavogui. I hedged my bets on him. 34 years of age, central midfielder, played centre back across that back line as well, played in a 3, played in a 2 before, is a French international, albeit he's only got 7 caps, played the majority of his career in a very good Wolfsburg side. I think he had like nearly 150 appearances and up on that front. Recently been in the Bundesliga with Mainz, and I was just scouring the network and I thought, I'm just going to call him Josh. We're going to stick to Josh, everybody, because Guilavogui is going to be difficult to pronounce for everyone. It is for me as well. But listen, I think this is going to be a really intelligent pickup, and I just want to get into a few reasons why. Now, number one, everybody, is obviously going to be experience and a wealth of that. Now, the reason behind having experience and why that's vital is because they can coax a young side in particular through a season. Now, Josh has experience at Bundesliga level. Obviously, he has experience at La Liga level. He has played for Atletico as well. And as I've mentioned previously, he has played for the French national side, but he captained Wolfsburg for several seasons. And according to his peers who he's played with at Mainz, he's a natural leader. So you look at the young players within our squad and the stability they're going to need toward the back end of the season, of which we missed last season, I feel. 3 wins in 11 towards the back end of last season. We missed that experience. So I know Elia and I know Ethan are out, But the thing is, they're only 22 and 23 years of age as well. They have been superb for Leeds United. We know that, but the experience comes with age, and Tanaka and Rothwell are older than our two starting central midfielders. But Josh comes in as the most experienced midfielder, and I have to say, everybody, this is according to reports that we're going to be signing him. There's nothing confirmed yet, but he was at the game watching Leeds the other night, and everything looks pretty swimming when it comes to that. So number 2, everybody, is solutions. Solutions. He offers a solution in the centre-back region. He offers a solution in central midfield as well. He's not just done this for Mainz, he's done this for Wolfsburg in the past as well, when he's played a mass amount of games for them. Having that versatility that Czech Kouyaté had, that Francis Coquelin had to his arsenal as well, that is something that Daniel Farke wanted. When I went and had a look at the positions that certain individuals could play who are free agents, he fit the bill perfectly. And there's not that many out there, aside from Josh, aside from Czech Kouyaté and Francis Coquelin, who really fit that bill, unless you wait and go for loans in January. But the beautiful thing about this, everybody, is Leeds are prepared, and Leeds don't want to do that. Josh's key attribute throughout his career has been breaking up play, interceptions, being a defensive sort of warrior, but also having that football mind as to when to do that and how to do that, breaking up play, folding attacks. And I feel going towards the back end of the season and just throughout the season, this is going to be key for when Leeds are closing out games. Josh is going to come on and be a real key component there. So number 3 is his defensive positioning and his prowess, which is key in this Leeds United side. He's only played at the top level. His last gig was at Mainz, a huge German club, of which he was seen as a real presence there as well. I genuinely believe this guy coming in doesn't really add anything to us going forward. I genuinely believe he's probably going to be more of a centre-back because he's 34 years of age now. Will he come in as a defensive midfielder? I think maybe for some games, but I think you're going to see him maybe take up that centre-back role maybe a little bit more. So that's going to be a key asset to Leeds United going through this season. It's that defensive positioning / prowess. So when doing a little bit of research, apparently he has an unbelievable approach to training and a very professional approach to his footballing career, and it's all about longevity for some of these players nowadays, which I think is absolutely key and has almost been driven on by Ronaldo, by Zlatan, by Messi. And Josh almost fits into this bracket, and he's still able to go at the top level, as we were mentioning previously, at the age that he's at right now, which is 34 years of age. But he is 188 metres, which is 6'2". It is in the same bracket as your Czech Kouyaté. And my number 4 reason as to why this is a good signing is his physical but mental attributes as well. You know, we know that by doing the right things off the pitch, you're only going to benefit yourself on the pitch as well. And it gives you a key, not only leadership aspect, in my opinion, but it shows how other players, especially young players, can learn off you. And I think that's absolutely key. But being such a commanding presence and having such a fantastic record when it comes to duels in his career as well, 1v1 duels, I think that's only going to help with the commanding aspect of Leeds United. And as I mentioned with Czech Kouyaté as well, everybody, when we are coming to corners, I've mentioned this so many times that we just rely on Pascal. Pascal is the danger from corners, even as we saw against Sheffield United. We have to rely on other people as well. And what Josh is going to come in and do is add height and add a physical presence. Key for Leeds United when it comes to marginal gains. Transfer number 5. It is a free transfer. And why is this key? Well, Leeds have 3 loan spots still open in the squad, of which I want us to utilise in the January period. With someone like Josh coming in, who's probably not going to be on as high a wages as Czech Kouyaté was. Josh's last gig was obviously at Mainz in the Bundesliga, only played 11 to 13 games. I think it was one of the other. And obviously Czech Kouyaté's last gig, he was playing at Nottingham Forest on 50 grand a week. The comparison there is you're expecting that Leeds are going to be able to save a buck or two on this free transfer, which means hopefully Leeds are going to be able to put that into the squad in January when we do need investment, which I think we will all need, because you'll see our rivals doing the exact same thing. Leeds need to bolster, Leeds need to boost, and if we can put some money into the wages and the loan structure, that's only going to be benefited by this signing, because you bought a free transfer in, a really decent option on a cheap value, and then you can just maneuver that money into somebody else. So high pressure matches, game intelligence, positioning, all of this is key for someone like Josh coming in. And it is the mentorship for young players. I think this is absolutely critical, and I think this was almost consolidated by Leeds United's blow up towards the back end of last season, which it was. 3 league wins in 11, and we did get to the playoff final, of course we did, but it felt like we stumbled our way there from the record that we were on from January onwards, where we went on that incredible run. Leeds were not at the peak of their powers whatsoever, and I feel someone like Joshua Guilavogui coming in, that's only going to help Leeds United in terms of that know-how at these key points in the season, these absolutely critical points of which he's been at massive clubs. And he's been able to maneuver and seen leaders that he's played with maneuver him through these experiences. And hopefully he can pass on that experience, which at championship level we've seen through the years, having these players who've been at the top level, who then come down, is absolutely critical. And I think this young group needs that. And I think Somerville, I think Rutter, I think Archie in particular, and other young players last season really missed that. Guys, number 7, it's experience in European competition. This guy for Atletico Madrid has played in the Champions League. For Wolfsburg, he's played in Europe as well. He brings a pedigree with him, and he'll bring a little bit of an aura with him. Believe that. The stories that he'll be able to tell, the experiences he's had, will really be of a top level, and probably more than what Cheku Kiarte has when you look at the European circuit when it comes to Joshua. So this is going to be a really, really nice addition here, and one of which you can give experience of tournaments, as I've mentioned previously, these high level games, and you just feel this is going to all encompass in a really nice addition there. So for me, everybody, Joshua Guilavogui, if you can pronounce that name, make sure you do. So I've just been calling him Josh, and that's what we'll be calling him on the channel. For me, is a defensively sound and versatile signing. I think he's going to bring a lot of experience, and for a free transfer, if this one does get done, I think it's a really decent one. But let me know what you think in the comment section below as always, guys. Am I wrong? Am I right? Really interested to hear what your thoughts are, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.